President Cyril Ramaphosa says he will continue to pursue economic reforms to secure a reliable supply of affordable electricity as South Africa continues to endure rolling blackouts. Eskom implemented the latest round of rolling blackouts about more than 3 weeks ago. The president is expected to make a major announcement this morning on a plan to boost the country's energy supply. For more on this story, we now take you live to SABC News reporter Liabo Setho, who joins us now. Welcome, Liabo. Thank you so much for your time this morning. So now, do we know why President Ramaphosa will be making this announcement at the Tutuka Power Station this morning?
Good morning, Olisi. At this moment, we do not know what this major announcement entails and what it is, but what I can tell you is that it is a major announcement from what we are hearing, and it is aimed at easing the crippling rolling blackouts that the country has been enduring and indeed impacting an already fragile economy. What I can tell you right now, Olisi, is that since we've been here since around 8 o'clock in the morning, is that we've seen a Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy, Mr. Sabotage, was one of the first people to walk in, and he has been followed by the Eskom executives. Mr. Andre de Ruyter, the CEO of Eskom, has arrived, as well as the Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Jan Oberholzer, has also arrived. We are still awaiting the arrival of the president, but what we do know about this meeting is that it is an oversight meeting where he will be briefed about this power station. Let me give you just a few facts about this power station. Is that it has a capacity of around 3,510 megawatts. This is over the 47,000 overall capacity of Eskom, and it is called one of the twin power stations next to Tutuka Power Station, which only is quite small at 1,800, a capacity of 1,800 megawatts. In May, Olisi, this is the same power station where the Eskom executives told us about sabotage claims. We have not heard anything about these claims of sabotage, which at that point did lead to load shedding. We're expecting that the executives at Eskom will brief us about that. And we're also expecting that this announcement, this major announcement, will indeed ease the pressure on households as well as businesses. As you know, it's been more than 3 weeks of extreme load shedding, us even going up to stage 6 load shedding. Listen.
Liabo, you just spoke to a very important point now as South Africans continue to experience these rolling blackouts at this point in time. I mean, there was a statement that was released in which they said Eskom believes that there were deliberate acts of sabotage by someone who had access to the site and where only employees have access and know the security features in the area quite well. Looking at this, Liabo, have there been any arrests with regards to the sabotage that you spoke to us about?
Well, we do know that there have been some arrests made in some and separate cases of Eskom, but when it comes to arrests with regards to sabotage at this power station, that, by the way, has employees of about 900 people work at this power station, I'm expecting that the CEO will brief us. If he doesn't, we will indeed ask him of whatever happened to those claims of sabotage and just how much damage did those claims of sabotage cause. You know that we just came back from a period where the staff of Eskom were busy with, they were engaged in a strike for a couple of days, and at that time he had said to us that was one of the reasons that they've had to ramp up rolling blackouts. But he also did warn, I must just warn the viewers that he did warn at that time that when the staff comes back from the strike, it will take some time before things are up and going again. Here's some other interesting information, Ngolis, about what happened yesterday at the SACP conference, is that the president himself did mention that there is talk between himself and Sabotage about establishing a second power station that will rival Eskom. I've been trying to crack my head to think about how that would happen if it were to happen. Is this part of the new announcement that we will hear? We really don't know. We are expecting at any moment now for the president to come through And he will be hosted by the Premier of Mpumalanga, who will be looking after him, as it were. So at this point, we're just waiting for the President to come, and then we'll be able to see what they have in store for us. But I can tell you that South Africans are anticipating, eagerly anticipating for this announcement, because we are suffering under rolling blackouts. Businesses, small businesses, big businesses, everyone is really frustrated, and the country cannot continue like this.
Diabo, delving into this issue of that potential power supply that might come in, I know some of the aspects was that is to remove the monopoly that the power utility has over the supply of power in the country. What does this mean? Does this mean that, you know, there might be some sort of reprieve for South Africans in this whole power crisis that the country is currently facing?
I certainly hope that they would be, Mxolisi, but with my understanding of how the energy system works, or the energy industry works, they certainly can't build a power station at such short notice. It takes at least 10 years to put up a power station, and certainly needs a lot of money that I know the fiscus cannot afford as well right now. So there has not been any information on how this has been done, but the little information that we have received is that it is receiving serious consideration. The exact words of Mr. Gweta Mantashe yesterday at the SACP conference, saying that it is receiving serious consideration. Let's check who is coming in. More dignitaries arriving, and I believe that the President, I will let my colleague Tulo to just show you visuals of the dignitaries that are arriving. We're seeing a motorcade. I believe that could be the President arriving as well. More dignitaries, ministers are here. The Premier is indeed here of Mpumalanga. I see Mr. Pegicele is just come in. Mr. Pegicele, the Minister of Police, has just arrived. It is him that has arrived right now. It surely promises to be interesting to see so many ministers who are arriving. So we'll find out about what they have in store for us.
Indeed, Diabo, we'll be coming back to you as and when, of course, that address gets underway there.